Welcome back to the workshop series. Oops, my trimmer is getting rained on. I thought I'd give the garden a wee bit of a water, which it's getting. And I didn't move the pole trimmer, hedge trimmer thingy. Darn it. Anyway, out to the workshop we go for a bit of an update. Late afternoon, lovely day here, turn the radio off, and what have we got? Well, what have we got to report about? And you guessed it, the straight edge. Now what I've done here is I've really hooked into giving it a grind, took off what I thought was the high spots, which are the high spots, or length, and it's looking a little bit better. I have just laid it down. I don't know what it's going to read at the moment on the feeler gauge. Well, I'll put it this way, I kind of know, but I don't know exactly what it is. But the feeler gauge that I'm using is 0.25, quarter of a mil. Still quite a big measurement, really, but that works out at around about 10 thou. So that gives you a nice round figure to go to. Nice and tight along here. So this won't fit, or just fits in there. Oops, camera in the right direction. It's a little section. Yeah, I thought it was a wee bit better than that. It's tight. That's round about the right thickness, about 10 thou or quarter of a mil. A little bit there, and it tightens up as we come along. Tight in there. So now I've got a section to look at, which is a lot smaller. A section to look at grinding, which is a lot smaller. It is a real Heath Robinson approach, because there's no straight, how would you say, there's no point of using a grinder that makes it grind flat. So it is really a matter of putting up this, witnessing it up to the straight edge, as I'm calling it straight, and then seeing what we get, because there will be high spots, low spots all the way along there. But I'm trying to get it down to an arbitrary figure of around about 5 thou, which means that is double the amount that I've want to try and get to. So if it would focus, the feeler gauge being 0.254, so that is a direct comparator to the 10 thou. I've got to reduce by a factor of 50% any intolerance, and at the moment, yeah, there's still a bit to go, isn't there? That was where my bump was originally, and that was about 0.9. So I've taken around about 0.65 mil out, so just over half a mil. That's a lot of grinding, and the crap that goes everywhere, as anyone will attest to who's done this, well, it goes everywhere, builds up. Actually, most of that isn't steel, it's actually my grinding disc. But now I can find, I was watching a guy the other day, and he was saying what he does when he was doing the 3-bar lapping method was use chalk, and then he would rub the straight edge with his witnessing bar. He was doing the 3-bar method, so that was, yeah, good on him. But yeah, chalk was a good, I never thought of that. I was thinking of using the witnessing ink, the engineer's, or whatever it is, and using that, or carbon paper. You can get this. You can get a similar result with the carbon paper, but chalk, which I've got no idea where I've got any. Don't know whether I have any. But yeah, that was another tip watching YouTube videos. But yeah, getting closer. That's what I'm really saying. And what we're going to do is, once we get a little bit closer, I will, oh, sorry about that, use the straight edge like that and then reverse it, because if I get the same tolerance in the same places or range of places, it means this is a good straight edge, and it probably deserves to be put up again and stored and used as a nice straight edge, just for my future reference. Nothing saying that's, anyway, you get what I mean. If I rotate it round and I get the same measurement, I've got an indicator that it's reasonably straight, at least for my purposes. So yeah, but it's looking quite tight along here. Then you can see the gap. The gap is actually the radius that is built in at the time of milling this, or extruding this, whatever, you're rolling the steel. So it's not much, but it is an indicator that when that disappears, like it has along here, it's much tighter. It'll be tight. So yeah, and I'll give it another go. Keep this video short, because what else can I say after I've got more grinding to do. Righty-ho, I better get to it and do some more grinding. Right, see you in the next one now. Bye.